We've been traveling full-time in our van for 2 months now, and we've had an extremely busy schedule of hiking, climbing, and sightseeing. But amidst this adventure, there's something that we've neglected, and that is the state of this van. So I've pulled over in a secluded campsite to give the van a spa day, and to show you a different side of van life and the chores that we do that are pretty unlike what you would do if you live in a normal house.
But first, I need to do the washing up. I put off doing the dishes last night because I'd run out of water and I didn't feel like changing the water in the dark. Now that we're here, I'm going to show you how I change the water and our water system. Under the sink we have 2 jerry cans. The blue jerry can is for fresh water and the green jerry can is for grey water. One thing that I really regret about our van build is that we didn't put in a permanent water tank and instead we're using this jerry can jug system. It's just a massive pain in the butt because we have to change the water every 1 to 2 days because the jerry cans only hold 20 litres. Now if you have a permanent water tank you can have 80 to 100 litres, which will probably last you a week. You don't have to take the cans in and out, you can just fill it up with a hose. Water comes out of this blue jerry can, through the filter, through the pump, through the carbon filter, and then ultimately up to the tap. Once we've used the water, it comes down through the sink into this green jerry can here. This is also where we have our rubbish bin and where we store rubbish bags, extra dish soap, things like that. While we're doing under sink business, I'm going to empty the bins. Most campsites don't actually have rubbish disposal, but this one does, and for that I'm very grateful. If the campsite doesn't have bins and our under sink bin fills up, we have to put the rubbish in the back of the van. And like some people might think that's gross, but I always say van life is just camping with more steps. And that's what you have to do if you're camping, so. Now that we've refilled water, we can pop on the pump switch. Okay, dish is done, let's crack on. Those kookaburras are going nuts. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay, what I'm thinking is take everything out and then clean the floor and then clean everything that's in the van and then pop it back in. The benefit of that as well is I can show you all this crap that we have that we're carting around our lap of Australia. When we took off 2 months ago, it was pretty empty and we were like, wow, we have so much space, but we seem to have accumulated a bunch of crap along the way. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of anything, but yeah, let's see how we go. Okay, so this is pretty much everything that we have underneath the van. There is a giant box of board games that I've left in the van because it's literally too heavy for me to pull out. Yeah, this is everything we keep under the van. So this is our Starlink satellite. It means we can get satellite internet pretty much anywhere. And then we have spare water, spare diesel, a Makita track saw for when we're going to do more renovations in the van. We've got 2 chairs, a table, yoga mat, medications and such, all of the arts and crafts supplies which I was convinced I'd be using every day and haven't touched. Spare linen and towel we keep in these white and orange IKEA bags. And then here we have the aforementioned giant box of board games. We also have another board game up there. I think some of these board games are going to have to go, but this is not a decision I can make unilaterally, so this will be a conversation that I have with Jack. If you live in a van, I generally cannot recommend enough getting one of these Makita vacuums. We had another car vacuum before that was pretty rubbish, and having this one, holy crap, it makes such a difference. Because van life is just camping with more steps, you end up bringing loads of dirt into the van, and being able to just vacuum up really easily gives a whole nother level of comfort to living in the van. Because we're in and out of the van all day, we end up trucking in loads of dirt onto this floor, and even though I vacuum it up, it still gets really dirty, and a lot of dirt gets stuck in the grooves of the floorboards. Now, as long as you don't judge me, I'm going to show you the difference between the colour of these floorboards that we step on every day and the colour of the floorboards that we don't walk on. I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but the colour of the floorboards in the area that we walk on and the colour of the floorboards underneath the bed, it's like a different colour. So I need to give the floorboards a bit of a scrub. So to give you an idea, that's the colour of the water afterwards, after we cleaned 1 square metre of van floor. And I did this 2 weeks ago, so it gets super dirty super quickly. This might sound really weird, but I feel like having a day like this where I can just spend the whole day deep cleaning the van is real luxury. Before I started doing van life and I was working full time and my calendar was packed, I really resented the fact that I just had to keep cleaning this apartment and keep doing chores on a repetitive basis, because I felt like it took time away from other stuff that I wanted to do. Whereas now I live a much slower pace of life, to focus on just making the space we live in really nice. And I've never really been that kind of person before, so I feel really grateful. So this is our pull-out kitchen where we do all of our cooking. One major design flaw of the van is that the stove is too close to the wood, and so we've ended up with these char marks on the side of the pull-out kitchen. On the back here we've got a piece of concrete sheet and we need to put that all the way around, but we just haven't done that yet. We use these mats. The original idea was that they were going to keep everything in there from slipping around. I don't think it actually makes that much of a difference, but it does kind of catch the dirt, so I don't know. I think I'm going to keep them. I've just discovered that when Jack was installing the gas line here, he's just made a hole in this plastic, just somehow threaded the pipe through that hole, and so now I can't get it out. It's not a problem, it's just it's just funny. So this is everything that lives in the pull-out kitchen. We've got pots and pans, a sieve, cooking utensils, cooking salt, and then this is coffee stuff. So to do coffee in the morning, we have the AeroPress. So while we're talking kitchens, I'm going to show you all of our food and kitchenware storage. So this cabinet here is where we keep a bunch of dry food, like pasta, tuna, noodles, popcorn, things like that. In this cabinet we store mugs, bowls, plates, things like that. These cupboards are held in place just by this single magnetic clip. It's not too bad. We've only had an incident of everything flying out once, but we don't keep anything in here that would break if it flew out when we went around a corner or something. So we're going to put another one of these magnets on, but they're actually pretty good. In this cupboard, we just also want to push to release attachment. We have more food storage, and then this is our cutlery drawer. We didn't put in a proper cutlery drawer, which is a massive oversight, so we just use this tub. And then in this cupboard we have even more storage, so we keep the NutriBullet rice cooker, dried foods like lentils and rice, honey, protein powder, just anything that like doesn't really fit anywhere else. So next order of business is the bed. I've just been chucking stuff on here throughout the day as I've been going. So there's a lot of crap on here, and I also need to change the sheets. It usually costs about 24 bucks to do all of our laundry, and we do that on a fortnightly basis. So there's 2 loads of washing at 6 bucks each, and then 2 loads of drying at 6 bucks each. It's a bit of a hassle to do washing, to be honest, because we have to hang around at the laundromat for half a day, but it's gotta be done. I think making the bed is my least favorite van chore. It's just like a bit of a hassle to do it with these walls right up against the bed. By the way, it's not just Jack and I in the van, this is Dante, my orca whale. Okay, nearly done.
The final task of the day is putting everything back in the van. If you've gotten this far in the video, I just want to say thank you for watching and being here on this journey with us. I really hope that you've enjoyed or maybe even learned something. In the next video, I'll be walking through in detail how much the van conversion costs. So if you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.